We have to start today's episode with the unbelievable news that the Paris Vintage Market shopping trip of 2024 sold out in just over an hour. I am absolutely blown away. All 30 spots were booked, but I wanted to let you know that it is not too late. People change their plans all the time. So if you had your heart set on joining me and Jessie on the 2024 Fall Vintage Market shopping trip in Paris, you can still join the wait list. Everyone on the wait list will get first dibs for any spots that open up. So I wanted to start today's episode off with that exciting announcement, but also to let you know that if you got your heart broken, there's still a chance. I will put the link in the description below so that you can make sure that you join the Paris waitlist and get first dibs if a spot opens up. Now let's get today's episode started. We are headed straight to Goodwill. Today we are headed out thrifting. I think I'm gonna hit a couple Goodwills, and then I have a really exciting haul to show you at the end of the video of some incredible finds I scored recently at an estate sale. I cannot wait to show you what I got there. But first, let's head to the thrift store. Fall is almost here and I've been looking for more candles for my home. I love having the ambiance of glowing candlelight and I use them a lot in my studio too. I get all of my candles secondhand from Goodwill. It is a great place to get candles at a very affordable price. Sometimes you can even find high-end candles for just a few dollars. This round minty blue one looks really pretty. I like the soft color on it. It's only $1.99 and it's never even been burned. If this was hand painted on a wooden framed mirror, I would absolutely get it. Unfortunately, it is just printed on the frame. You don't come across Art Deco in Goodwill very often. Check out the hardware on this buffet. This is really beautiful. They've got it for $69.99. It does need a little bit of love, but this is a really beautiful furniture piece. It's also missing part of the base on this right-hand side. Not for me, but I hope somebody gets in here and restores it and doesn't chalk paint it. This is why I always look throughout the whole store when I visit a Goodwill, because I just found a second candle that matches the one I found on the candle shelf. This is a really beautiful piece of studio pottery. It's $4.99. Artist signed, and it looks like it says 1979. I can't read the signature, but I have a trick for that I actually learned from my dad, who worked in the headstone industry, and he would hand chisel final dates on headstones. He would go to the original headstone, make a rubbing so that he could match the font. All you have to do is take a piece of paper, set it over the pottery, take a pencil and lightly go over the entire signature, and a lot of the time that will make it a lot easier to read. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. As many of you know, I have been selling on my own Squarespace website for over 9 years now, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. Launching my own vintage shop on my own website was the best decision I ever made for Left Coast Revivals. Before I launched my Squarespace website, I was selling on other platforms, and I was limited to the ever-changing algorithms. Switching to Squarespace completely changed the game for me. I was now able to connect directly with my followers and creatively curate my website to represent the brand that I wanted to build. It has been such a fun, creative journey for me using my Squarespace site, which never stays the same. Squarespace gives you everything you need to create a beautiful website with easy-to-edit website templates and no coding needed. One of my favorite things to do is to add a new page to my website, so I'm always thinking about what else would be a useful tool for my followers. What do they want out of a website from me, and how can I stay in touch with them? Squarespace offers full commerce and marketing features to run your business online. With members areas, you can build out multiple pages, offering whatever kind of content you want to offer your followers or customers. I am offering exclusive access to my members area for free for our travelers, but with a Squarespace website, you can offer paid subscriptions to your member areas, which means that you can create a completely new stream of revenue and income for your brand and your business. Head to squarespace.com to start your free trial today, and when you are ready to launch your own website, head to squarespace.com/leftcoast to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. I have a thing for vintage lamps. They can completely change this space. This is a really beautiful one. It has this gorgeous crackled drippy glaze, and it does have the artist stamp here at the bottom. There's even a second one down there that matches. It is $12.99. I am definitely gonna get this pair. The first one I picked up was a red tag and $12.99, and the other one was a yellow tag at $9.99. They must have gotten separated when they were originally donated. It's too bad that this Scandinavian tile tray has this burn mark on the front of it. They're really beautiful tiles, and these can be worth a little bit of money, but unfortunately with that big burn mark on the front, I'm gonna pass on it. Almost a really good find. These little hand-painted canisters are pretty tempting. This one is $3.99. The hand painting on them is beautiful. These would be so pretty set out on a counter. I think I'm gonna pass on them though. They are $3.99 each, which is a great price. I think I'm gonna pass. This is a hard one. Should I pass? Should I get them? Anything natural stone to me is always worth the investment. It's gonna sell well. This little onyx vase is only $4.99. This is a very large planter. It's handmade, probably from the 1970s. It does have a signature on the bottom, and it is only $12.99. I do think this one might be a little bit fragile for shipping, so I'm gonna pass on it. But if you had a vintage store locally, this would be a good piece to pick up because this should be worth around $30 to $40. I don't buy very much glass, but I always scan the glass shelf just in case there's some Scandinavian glass or in case anything interesting jumps out at me. I'm not familiar with this, but it is interesting and it does look hand blown. The sticker says hand blown glass, so we're gonna give this a quick Google, see what we can find out on it, and decide if it's worth the investment. After Googling it and seeing what these sell for, we are definitely getting it. Oh my gosh, I hope somebody comes and buys this entire set and throws an Easter party. This is not my style, but I know that these are collectible dishes and I love that they have them in all of the pastels. All I see when I look at this is Easter. That was fun. We found some good stuff. Now we're gonna head back to the studio and I'm gonna show you my exciting estate sale haul. I cannot believe that I found one of these Wolfard glass oil lamps. I didn't even know what it was when I first saw it. I could tell it was hand blown. My first thought was that it was for propagation. And then I Googled this and it turns out that this was $200. They retail online $195. I paid $6.99. No chips, no cracks. It just needs a little bit of a cleaning. So that was definitely my most valuable find today. I also want to tell you that for everybody who saw me find these little library steps, I am still going to be doing a staged video with those and this basket. I just haven't gotten to it yet and I've got to leave for London. So you're going to have to stay tuned, but both of those will be styled up in an episode very soon. And thanks to all of you, the female cougar has been named. So those of you who saw this episode, this guy up here, his name is Haystack, due to the cougar that was on Haystack Rock in Oregon recently. And her name is Needle. I thought that was so hilarious and clever and I can't believe I didn't think about it. So this is Needle and Haystack. I wanted to share a fun little update with you. Some of you might remember that I recently found this little glass pineapple container in a recent episode. It came with this lid and I got it for $6.99. And originally I was thinking maybe it was some kind of a decanter for liquor or perfume because it had the lid on it. But in case you don't read the comments, I wanted to let you know what this actually is, thanks to so many of you who knew. This is a fruit fly trap. It has a hole in the bottom, which I didn't notice when I was buying it. And I think you put some solution in it and then you put the lid on and there you go. Apparently the fruit flies go in the bottom. I don't really have a fruit fly problem at my house. I think I'm just gonna use it for decoration at next year's tiki party because we've already had this year's annual tiki party. I'll insert just a few clips of the event. We had an amazing time and it was so fun to pull out all of the vintage I've been collecting for the tiki party for years. Now I'm gonna be on the hunt for some lampshades for these two lamps. I need to get them cleaned up still. I think a lot of this color is just from wear over the years. Maybe the person that had these in their home smoked. It could be nicotine. So I am gonna scrub these, get them cleaned up, and I'm gonna start the hunt for two lampshades. I'm thinking since they're so tall, I don't want tall lampshades. I actually think I want some kind of a cone type shade. Very minimal and simple so that it doesn't compete with the pattern. patterns. But look how fun this amazing drip glaze is. I think these are raku fired, I'm pretty sure. I love them, I think they're really cool, and I can't believe I found both of them at the same Goodwill for different prices. Stay tuned, because as soon as I find a pair of matching lampshades that fit these, I'm gonna style these up, and you're not gonna believe how different they look with a beautiful setting. I went to an estate sale a little while back and I picked up some awesome things for my home that I really wanted to show you. First, let's start with these stamps. These are hand carved from India, and everything in this home was quite old, so I'm pretty sure that these are actually pretty old little stamps. I have a few ideas of what I'm gonna do with them. They're so beautiful that I do feel like they can't just be tucked away in a drawer. They need to be displayed. So I thought putting them in a pretty bowl is one idea, or finding a way to actually mount them, but just not permanently, and making them into kind of maybe an art piece. I could even do them close together, kind of almost like a puzzle, something like that. But I thought these would be really fun to do projects with my nieces as they get a little bit older. We love to do crafty things, so I thought there's so many things we can do with this. I even talked to a friend who teaches pottery classes, and she said that I might be able to even use these as stamps on pottery. Hopefully I'll have some fun crafty episodes down the road with these. In the meantime, I'm probably gonna go ahead and just put them in a pretty bowl, so that way they are at least displayed. Because out of sight, out of mind is the way my life works, and if I just tuck them away in a drawer, I might not remember to get them back out. And I paid $3 each, which was a little bit steep for the whole set. It does add up. They were so beautiful, it was worth it to me. And then I got 8 of these beautiful neutral handmade little bowls. I've seen this style of bowl used for sake, to drink sake out of. I've seen it used for hot tea, and I've seen it used for soy sauce to dip sushi into. So many uses for beautiful little bowls like this. Now, I've seen this stamp before, and I can't remember, I think it's a crown, and I can't remember off the top of my head who the potter is, but I'm pretty sure that these were done by a pretty renowned potter. I'll have to do a little bit more digging. I can't remember off the top of my head who these were by. And I got some more wonderful hand carved wooden spoons and knives to add into my little wood collection. I love having things that you can tell were handmade, and a couple of these are gonna go home with me today. I need to get them washed up. This is gonna be my new butter knife, and I'm gonna use this one to stir my coffee. And then I'm really excited for Christmas this year because look, I got a giant Scandinavian reindeer. Love him, love, love, love. And then I got some beautiful little ornaments that are all hand stitched. These are gonna be really fun. I'll probably put these on the aluminum Christmas tree because I think they're gonna really pop because they're so colorful. And then I got this donkey for Michelle. So Michelle, I hope you're not watching this episode. This is gonna be part of your Christmas gift this year. Michelle and I fell in love with a donkey in Italy named Giovannino. He was at our Airbnb we stayed at back in 2018. I can't believe that was 5 years ago. He made that stay in Italy so much more fun, and I got that for only $4. I thought this would be cute to attach to the outside of her Christmas gift. I love all of these things. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be selling any of this. This is all going to be in my personal collection, which is why I hadn't showed it yet, but I just thought they were so fun and I wanted to share them with you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and going thrifting. I would love to hear what your favorite thing in today's episode was. Comment below with your favorite thing today. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next episode.